We join in moments after WrestleMania has gone off the air in the gorilla position as Dean Ambrose makes his way through the curtain. Dean Ambrose, obviously a tough loss tonight. Can you give us any thoughts, any comments? Who was that out there that cost you your match tonight? I knew it. I knew it. I knew that Bray Wyatt would do something like this. I was hoping Monday that I was wrong. That whole spiel I did, I was hoping I was wrong the whole time. I was hoping that Bray had changed the corner, but he obviously didn't. And the worst part, it was right in front of my face the whole time. I should have known that he would drag that witch from wherever the hell she came, and he would try to screw me, which he did. I should have known. Tonight I failed. I should have known better. I should have been prepared. I shouldn't have let that distract me. I should have pinned his ass when I had the chance. I should be walking out World Wrestling Federation champion, and I'm walking out with nothing right now. You want to comment? I'm mad. I'm frustrated. I'm pissed off. And I'm also starting to wonder if this is the business for a guy like Dean Ambrose. My whole life, my whole career, I've been told I'm not good enough to stay down in the lower mid-card, get a tag partner, whatever it is I had to do just to keep a job in professional wrestling. Tonight was supposed to be the night that I proved them all wrong. I was supposed to win the title in front of 100,000 people, and I didn't. I didn't do it. That's my fault. I can't blame Bray. That's the way Bray is. I should have known better. I should have known better than to trust that snake. So, tomorrow night, you're not going to see Dean Ambrose. You might not see Dean Ambrose ever again. Goodbye, Renee. Goodbye, World Wrestling Federation. And one of these days, you're going to say goodbye to Bray Wyatt. And you're going to miss what you had with me.
So you can throw me to the wall. Tomorrow I will come back. Leader of the whole pack. Leave me black and black. Every word will shape me. Every scar will build my throne.
Well, I hope everybody tonight is having a good time. It is a new era in the World Wrestling Federation, and I ain't going to take up too much of your time. I just want to give you a quick rundown of the events of the World Wrestling Federation coming up. Wrestle Kingdom is coming up next month, and for the next month, we, along with other companies, have an exclusive open door policy. So anybody who wants to get their ass down here and get their ass kicked by the World Wrestling Federation superstars, feel free. That's business number one. Business number two, something I'm really excited about, is after Wrestle Kingdom, come this June, one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time returns. I have made it so that we will have the King of the Ring tournament happening in June. That's where my career took off, and I hope somebody else can make that moment theirs this coming June, this year in 2016. As far as the immediate business goes, as far as tonight goes, I know I indefinitely suspended him, but tonight you will hear from Triple H one last time before he rides off into the sunset. And in our main event, we will decide the number one contender for the King of the Ring for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Now, I had every intention of putting Dean Ambrose back in the world title picture, letting him earn a shot to get back at Bray Wyatt for WrestleMania, but he's not here tonight. And unfortunately, if you're not here, I can't book you, and I can't rely on putting you in the main event. So, because of that, tonight's main event will be a classic. It'll be a rematch of one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. John Cena versus Kofi Kingston, and the winner will get Bray Wyatt at the King of the Ring. So if you're ready for Monday Night Raw, if you're ready for Wrestle Kingdom, if you're ready for the King of the Ring, give old Stone Cold a hell yeah.
We're here.
Last night was my greatest accomplishment, not just in this business, but in my life. Last night, a lot of things happened. I retained my World Wrestling Federation Championship. I put Dean Ambrose out to pasture. I hit him with Sister Abigail in front of 100,000 fireflies. I won the main event of WrestleMania. Something very few men can ever say they have done. I have joined that very exclusive list. But of all the things that happened last night, that is not my greatest accomplishment. Because at the end of last night, you saw me and my sister Abigail. That's right, the rumors are true, the rumblings and the tremors, they're all true. That was my sister Abigail. I have learned the powers of the dark side well, and so last night, I took it into my own hands, and now Abigail is with us, living and breathing in the flesh. All thanks to me. And so now, I no longer have to look up and try to find Sister Abigail. I just have to look right beside me. Ladies and gentlemen, fireflies all over the world, stand up and bow your head. Genuflect for this beautiful creature known as Sister Abigail. Bray, I knew you could do it. I knew you could bring me back. And you did it just in time. Just in time for me to get my revenge and to make Dean Ambrose's life miserable. A living hell where I've been for a long time now, but I'm over that. Because to see the man that you have become, the monster that you are on the inside where it matters, the demon that you've overcome, to see all of that made it all worth it. I was impressed when you buried The Undertaker alive. I was even more impressed when you beat Kane to get the IWGP Championship. Then you went on to win the Royal Rumble and become a double champion. But last night was the most proud of you I've ever been. Because for once I was able to see it in person, up close and personal, and to see you hit Dean Ambrose with the move named after me, oh, it felt so good. So good. And I can't wait to see what comes next for you and the rest of the Wyatt family. Because if you people thought that this man Bray Wyatt was dangerous before, if you thought he was a monster, a demon, a deity before, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because now that I'm back, there's only one thing on our mind. Destruction. Turmoil. Darkness. And eventually, everyone that has done us wrong will follow the buzzards towards the new face of fear. Bray Wyatt.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game, and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pain. And who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. No way you can shake me. I am heavy debt. No way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a queen.
So, there's no other way to say that my plan to take over this company didn't work out. At WrestleMania, Steve Austin had his band of misfits go against the Clique, DX, Evolution, Our Authority, and he overcame us. And so for that, he's the general manager, and he is indefinitely suspended me. I put all my eggs into that basket, and it didn't work out. And so tonight, if it's the last time you ever see me in a World Wrestling Federation ring, every time I came out here, every time my music hit, I had a blast. There is no feeling like it. And so I know we're not in Madison Square Garden, we're not in New York, but if you'll afford me to have the opportunity to give a curtain call with 4 of my best friends, I would appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, X-Pac, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Shawn Michaels, The Clique. The Clique make their way down to the ring, putting up the 2 sweep as it meets in the center with all 5 men. The Outsiders and Sean and Hunter all get up on the turnbuckles and taunt as the fans go wild. A scene straight out of Madison Square Garden. The 5 men embrace in a group hug when they get attacked from behind by the Bullet Club. The Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Doc Gallows, and Carl Anderson. The 5 men beat down on the Clique. The 5 men beat down on the Clique with punches and stomps, then handcuff Nash, Hall, Pac, and Triple H to the top rope. It's 5-on-1 now as the Bullet Club beat down on Shawn Michaels. The Clique are reaching out, kicking out, trying to save their friend, but it's no use, as the Young Bucks set up in the corner and hit their own version of a sweet chin music, the Super Kick Party, as Gallows picks Michaels up and Gallows and Anderson hit the Boot of Doom. The Bullet Club have made their presence felt here tonight, taking down the Clique. Backstage, we see the Clique holding Michaels up, who's still feeling the effects from the beatdown in the ring when they run into Steve Austin. You did this. You did this. You set us up for an attack. You set us up for an ambush. How could you? Hunter, calm the hell down. I didn't do a damn thing. I had no clue Bullet Club was going to attack you like that. Look, you're madder than a hornet, and so am I. I'm pissed off. I got an idea, though. I know how we can fix this. Triple H, consider your indefinite suspension lifted for one night only. I'm going to call J.J. Dillon and the NWA, because I got an idea at Wrestle Kingdom. It's going to be the Clique versus the Bullet Club. And if anybody from NWA management, if J.J. Dillon or anybody else has an objection to that match, I'm going to go down to Atlanta and I'm going to stun their ass where they stand. The way I see it, the match is made. You want their ass? Go get them in Japan. For once, he did the right thing. Cameraman, come here. Come here. I know those Bullet Club punks have left the building. They've run back with their tail between their legs. Listen to us, boys. You are dealing with the game. You are dealing with the Outsiders. You are dealing with Sean Waltman and Shawn Michaels. We are the Clique. We are DX. We are the NWO. We run this business, and we have for 20 years, and that will not stop at Wrestle Kingdom. One way or another, whether you come to our house, or we get that tank, and we come to yours, you're gonna get your ass kicked by 5 of the baddest son of a bitches in the land. You wanna shoot, boys? You wanna play with your guns and shoot? We'll shoot on you, boys. Your little rip-off tribute act is about to get ripped in half.
Oh yeah, it's good to be back in the old stomping grounds. You didn't expect this, did you? Well, see, money buys a lot of things, and entry into places where we want to go is one of them. And why did we want to come here? Well, I'll tell you exactly why. Because right around the corner is a little event called Wrestle Kingdom. And at Wrestle Kingdom, the best tag teams in the world get in the ring and they do what they do best. And we, as the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, are the best wrestlers in Ring of Honor in terms of tag teams. And by being the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, we're the best tag team wrestlers in the world. Because let's face it, everywhere else, what tag teams have you got? What tag teams have you got here? Oh, you had Edge and Christian for a little while. I guess that's not happening anymore. They disappeared. They've done their job, I guess. Way to live in the year 2000, by the way. We got the Outsiders. Well, we're going even further back for that to 1996. Oh, yeah, I know. I ain't young, but this team is, and we're the most dominant tag team in professional wrestling. You got a problem about it? Come into the ring. Come and take a swing, son. Yeah, you ain't got the guts. Yeah, that's why, yeah. You know, the funny thing is, this team formed in this company right before we booked out on it to go to a better place. And yeah, it may not be as big or as glitzy and the glamour, but what our show is about us, the wrestlers, and not about the McMahons. It's not the Triple H show, it's not the Stone Cold show, it's the wrestling show, and that's the show that we're on. But let's not forget about the New Day. Your tag team champions. My God, what does it come to when guys like those get tag team titles? And you know exactly what I'm saying. Back in the Attitude Era, back when the APA ruled the tag team world, back then, guys like that wouldn't have even made it out of the opening match. They were comedy acts. They would have been down there facing the insane clown posse. That's the kind of people they would have been facing. Yeah, because that's exactly what they are. They're clowns. Clowns who think with a couple of little lines that makes them better than everybody else. No, what makes them better than everybody else is that they only pretty much tag team in this entire company. That's what makes them tag team champions. But no, JPL, don't forget that Kofi Kingston's a former world champion in Ring of Honor. Oh, God. Yeah, but people kind of like to forget that period. Just like they're going to want to forget this era of WWE, where it went back to being more about McMahon's than the talents, and it was just, WWE again. And I said WWE because it doesn't deserve to be called WWF, because that company is dead and buried the moment they reverted to the product they were putting out in 2009. Well done, Vince. Let's not forget about the Dudley Boys. They have those, right? Yeah, the Dudley Boys. Oh, God. I'm begging for something from the 21st century at least. Exactly. And that is exactly why we are here. We are here to challenge the New Day to a match. Because when we beat them, we'll prove that we're the best tag team in the world. Not just in Ring of Honor, which we already are, but in the world. The Bullet Club. Yeah, we could beat their ass to have them step up if they want, but I'm sure they don't want none of this. But New Day, get out here and accept our challenge, because otherwise, you are exactly what we all think you are. One-trick ponies, clowns, and at that, clowns like Ronald McDonald dressing in yellow, because that's exactly what you are. Cowards! Oh, don't worry about it being 3-on-2, because we got a former main eventer of WrestleMania in the $1 Million Man watching our back too. So you bring your asses out here and get them beat by the best tag team in the world.
Oh, Millionaires Club. Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world famous World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions and feel the power. Well, if it isn't the Millionaires Club. Real original name, guys. Look, I have a sense of how this conversation went in the back.
Massa Ted, is it okay if we go out there and insult them damn New Day boys?
Well, gee willikers. I don't know, JBL and Alberto Del Rio. Have you washed Sasha Banks' car yet?
Yes, sir.
Have you shined her shoes?
Mm-hmm.
Well then, here you go. I present to you guys your manginas from Sasha Banks' purse. But after you challenge those New Day boys, you gotta give them right back to me. Because as you know, Billionaire Ted can't just leech off of you guys and your so-called success. I have to be a leech and latch on to the best women's wrestler in the world. That's what evil white rich men like me do. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, God. The comedy. It's killing me. It's so good. Which writer put that one in your mouth? In Ring of Honor, we don't use no scripts. We use our heart. We use exactly what comes out of him. We mean everything that we say. And I mean what I'll say to you right now. Get your asses down here, or you could just stay up there like the cowards that you are and avoid us and continue telling your jokes.
I mean, I like the jokes we tell personally. And don't worry, we'll make our way down the ringside when we're ready, on our time. But before then, we still gotta roast you. Look, JBL, Alberto Del Rio, you guys are, an okay team. We don't mind you guys, but when you come on to the World Wrestling Federation and you insult the division, which we are the captains of the new era of, you start to make us a little bit mad. The whole positivity thing we got going on, you start to interrupt that. And in our world where we come from, it's either clap or snap. And we about to snap all over your ass come Wrestle Kingdom. Look, John, I left Ring of Honor. And for good reason. I became too big for it. Like you guys think you are, but you're really not. I did become too big for Ring of Honor. I became too big to hang out with myself. That's why I got Biggie and Xavier, and we started this group. And I would say that we've become damn successful. You may be the ROH Tag Team Champions, and congratulations for that. Well earned. I mean, they don't mean as much as when I held the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, but still, very good accomplishment there. But you're not, and now will never be, especially since we have them, you will never be the WWF World Tag Team Champions. Because out with the old in this new era. We don't need Edge and Christian. We don't need the Dudleys. We damn sure don't need the APA. We damn sure don't need Billionaire Ted hanging around in the background being a creeper. We have new and exciting tag teams. The Wyatt family, Enzo and Cass, the Revival, the Vaudevillains, American Alpha, and we have other teams on the way too, I'm sure. We have a brand new crop of new stars, which is what tag team wrestling is supposed to be. Not old has-beens, whose only redeeming quality in this business is that they have a lot of money and they flaunt it and they buy the suits and you're rich and rich and rich and rich and rich. And my God, do you have any other characters? You're rich. We get it. Do you know who else is rich and do you know who else is money in this group? If we're going to talk about money between you guys and us, considering I'm Mr. Money in the Bank, the money is right here. And so now that we got that out of the way, we verbally thrashed you. Now it's time for the physical part. New Day running the ring as them and the Millionaires Club face off and brawl, trading punches and fists in the corners as Ted DiBiase eventually gets his men to the outside and backs them off, telling them that he has a plan as the Millionaires Club run off and New Day control the ring. The Raw main event is indeed a 20-minute classic between John Cena and Kofi Kingston, reminiscent of their match last year at Best in the World. Near the climax of the match, Kofi Kingston has control and sets up for trouble in paradise when Xavier Woods gets taken out with a wicked clothesline from hell from JBL. The Millionaires Club have somehow ended up back in the arena as Ted DiBiase and Alberto Del Rio beat down on the Big E. Kofi is distracted as Cena rolls Kofi up for the 1, 2, 3. As soon as the pinfall is counted, the Millionaires Club run out the back door as New Day sit there seething as Cena celebrates his victory.